Tonight, two Portland city leaders are at odds with the federal government, upset that they won't withdraw the federal deputization of some Portland police officers. So now, Commissioner Joanne Hardesty wants Mayor Ted Wheeler, who is the police commissioner, she wants him and the police chief to pull those deputized officers from the streets. Jacqueline Abad live in downtown Portland, with what exactly is next, Jacqueline?
Elizabeth, well, Wheeler and Hardesty have made it very clear that they do not support the federal deputization of some Portland police officers. Those officers are deputized until the end of the year. But Wheeler says he's willing to take the issue to the nation's highest court. Dozens of Portland police officers are deputized by the U.S. Marshal until the end of the year. Mayor Ted Wheeler withdrew the city's consent, but the U.S. Marshal and the U.S. Attorney won't cancel the federal deputization of local and state officers. In a joint statement, the U.S. Attorney of Oregon and the U.S. Marshal stated, "Portlanders and Oregonians in general are sick of the boarded up and dangerous conditions prevalent in downtown Portland due to the lack of leadership. We call upon citizens of the city and state to denounce violence." During a debate between Wheeler and challenger Sarah Iannarone, Wheeler said this:
"Against the will of the mayor, the police commissioner, and the city council, saying we're not going to take it back. So I'm taking it back. I'm the mayor and I'm the police commissioner, and I've directed the police chief in writing that we are no longer part of this program. And if I have to go to the Supreme Court in order to make that stick, I'll go to the Supreme Court. This is one I'm willing to die on the hill for. I do not support it. I will not support it."
Today, I spoke with Tung Yin, a professor at Lewis and Clark Law School. He describes the situation as a strange power tug-of-war.
My understanding of this would be that should be enough to end the federal deputization, because the Supreme Court case law is pretty clear that the federal government can't just commandeer local authorities. They actually would need consent in this sense.
This was sent to the police chief and command staff from Wheeler's chief of staff. It states PPB members are to take no further action of any kind pursuant to the federal deputation issued during the effective period of the governor's executive order. This includes making arrests under any federal law. Portland Police says that this deputization does not affect how the Bureau works. I also reached out to the U.S. Attorney and the U.S. Marshal for comment after Wheeler made those statements last night, but they declined further comment after they made that statement earlier in the week. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Jacqueline Abad, KOIN 6 News.
All right, let's turn to something